Right, so welcome again to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. And it's going to be maybe a shorter version, even a smaller bite-sized version of the Easy Talk. Um, it's a long story, but you know what? I'm going to do the show on my own for the time being. So what I thought I would do, we just go over some of the points I wanted to raise in the Arsenal versus Sporting Lisbon. Arsenal versus Wolves. Maybe it could be a preview, and maybe do a quick competition out there. For any of you guys out there who wants to join a competition, and we'll just take it from there. So the first point I want to actually talk about again is the horrific injury that Danny Welbeck sustained during the match, and yeah, just watching the pictures there because I didn't actually see the incident live, but from what I've heard, he went up for a header and on landing, he's broken some bones in the ankle area. And again, how lucky has he been with the injuries there? With again Manchester United before he came to Arsenal, and he's had maybe one or two injuries when he's been signed to Arsenal. I'm sure you guys will probably correct me if I'm wrong on there. But yeah, what a sad way to see him go out. And what some people are saying is that it could be maybe the last time that we'll see Danny Welbeck play for Arsenal. I hope it's not, because I've said just on one or two occasions that he's a good plan B. He's a really good plan B. Heaven forbid, if Aubameyang or Lacazette were to get injured, he would be a good replacement to come in there. But lo and behold, and what happens? He's the one who gets actually injured there. So yeah, really, really, really sorry to see that happen to the guy out there. Yeah, it's really, really sad. It's just kind of, I think it took the wind out of the players when they were playing there. Just watching the reaction from Matteo Guendouzi, it was a real shocker. Yeah, it kind of put the match was really insignificant there. It wasn't really that important, the magnitude of the injury that he sustained there. And yeah, so we go onwards and upwards. But I'm not sure, what guys, Tom, what do you think about Welbeck, sustaining that injury there? I know I've seen a lot of people have been wishing him, well, and a speedy recovery there. But yeah, it's really, really sad, really, really sad for Danny Welbeck. I think is he 30 years old, 29, 30 years old? So he's still got, some years, ahead of him. Thankfully there. And yeah, well, that's something we're going to keep an eye on. The other thing I was going to talk about with my guest was going to be some of the young players. Which players, youth players, do you think um, should get a place in the starting 11? So, from my point of view, I put here a little list here. I think with the injury sustained to Danny Welbeck, I think Eddie Nketiah will probably get a shout now and a chance now that Danny Welbeck has been injured. And Emil Smith Rowe, even though I guess I think from the point when Danny Welbeck had the injury, his play was absolutely fantastic there, really, really good, and it kind of drifted away. I would definitely have Emil Smith Rowe in place of the person we love to talk about on the channel more than anybody else, and that is Aaron Ramsey. Yeah, even though Emil Smith Rowe is not a defensive midfielder, he gives more attacking options there than defensive options that we really need there. We've got we've got Torreira, we've got Guendouzi, but I think Emil Smith Rowe is probably another player who's probably knocking on the door there. And the other player as well, I penciled in was Ainsley Maitland-Niles. The tank, he came back. He played a blinder, in that Sporting Lisbon game there, even though he'd been injured. But could he solve the left back position there? Because yeah, I think Nacho Monreal, he's probably seen better days. Yeah, would you say that Maitland-Niles could be a good left back? Do we want to see him at left back? Listen, we definitely don't want to see Xhaka at left back there. Absolutely not. And the last person was Reece Nelson. We know he's out there in Hoffenheim, and the boy is scoring a lot of goals out there. But yeah, guys, get in the chat. Tell me, who do you think out of all the young players do you think are knocking on the door, on Emery's door, to say, "Yeah, boss, put me in the, in the 11, or at least in that squad there." So that's that. Quick competition. There's 3 goalkeepers that I'm going to mention. Can you put these goalkeepers in position of the smallest or the shortest to the tallest? So the 3 goalkeepers are Jens Lehmann, David Seaman, and Petr Cech. So again, these 3 goalkeepers, can you put these 3 goalkeepers in position from the shortest to the tallest? So again, we'll see. We'll see how it goes there. If anyone actually does want to get into the chat and get involved, I'm here and ready and raring to go. So another quick shout out to Mubi Guna, James Rowe NL out there. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to the match yesterday due to unforeseen reasons there. And I hope to do another live stream with you guys out there anyway. Right. So that's that. So now on to the Arsenal and Wolves preview. Now, I didn't prepare the stats for Wolves. I think they're probably lying in mid-table. Don't quote me on that. But is it going to be an easy match? No, it's not. Again, we need to take them with all the precautions that are necessary. Yeah, again, I would probably say for the prediction, I would say it's going to be a very tight game. I'll go 2-1. I'll probably say Lacazette will probably score. For some reason, Aubameyang, I know we're asking him to play on the wings. The wing is not his position there. But Aubameyang, even though I know he scored a bag full of goals there, he's stuttering just a little bit. And I think when he was playing against Sporting Lisbon, if he had played down the centre and maybe mixed it up a bit, yeah, I think he'd have been more of a threat to the back 4 at Sporting Lisbon. In regards to the formation, I think it's going to be Leno in goal. Left back, I think Kolasinac. Again, I don't have any news on Nacho Monreal. Right back is going to be Bellerin. Central defenders are going to be Socrates and Mustafi. Midfield is definitely going to be the dynamic duo again, Xhaka and Torreira. Ozil in the number 10 role. Right-hand side, I believe, in my opinion, it's going to be Mkhitaryan. Left side, Aubameyang. And again, up front is going to be Alexander Lacazette. Okay, right. So I think we'll probably do the competition. Again, I can see Mr. Fury, DJ Fury, who's entered the chat, and he said that Cech is. Remember, it was can you put it in order from the smallest goalkeeper to the tallest goalkeeper? So the 3 goalkeepers were Jens Lehmann, David Seaman, and Petr Cech. So The first one is, just bear with me a second here, have a quick look. Right, so the smallest goalkeeper is Jens Lehmann. 1 meter and just 90, which is like 6 foot 2 inches. So he was the smallest out of the three of them. The next was David Seaman, 1 meter and 91, which is 6 foot 3 inches. And believe it or not, the tallest is Petr Cech at 1 meter 96. Yes, 1 meter 96, stand at 6 foot 5 inches. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So let's see who got it right. Right. Well, yeah. uh, yeah, Ryan. Well, Ryan said Seaman, Lehman, and Cech. I got 1 out of 3. Yeah. Unfortunately, Ryan. Yeah, there's no prizes. It's just a competition just for the fun of it. So yeah, so that is it. That's the order there. Guys, any questions? Get into the chat and see if there are any questions for me. I'll try and answer them as much as possible. Tell me if you're confident, if we can make it. I think it's 16 games on an unbeaten run now. Tell me what you guys thinking. What are you thinking out there? Let me know. Which young player, which of the youth players do you think deserve to be in that squad of maybe what I say 13 players? Again, I've got Eddie Nketiah. Now that Danny Welbeck is injured, I think he will be. He'll feature more on the bench. We've got Emil Smith Rowe, who for me, again, when I'm looking at Aaron Ramsey, he's just like going round in circles. Get the ball forward. Get the ball forward. Stop doing circles and fancy tricks and not going anywhere fast enough. Yeah, I will definitely just bend. Then we have Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Reece Nelson. As we know, he's out there in Germany with Hoffenheim. He's doing wonders out there. Okay, so let's see. Let's quickly go into the chat. Right, I've got Ryan. DJ Fury. Yeah, mine were in the wrong order. Right, Ryan at Mr. Arsenal Podcast. Do you think Welbeck will get a new contract? Good question. Good question. Knowing that we're very limited for experience on the bench in the striker position, I think Unai Emery is a fan of Danny Welbeck. Otherwise, he would have sold him sooner rather than later. He would have gone out the window in the last transfer window. But in saying that, we do need to blood in these youngsters. They need to have a chance. And unfortunately, sometimes, someone's demise is another person's opportunity. So could it be the opportunity now for Edin Nketiah? I don't know. I think Unai Emery will offer Danny Welbeck a new contract. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think he'll get a new contract? And what else? Let's see what else is in the chat. Ramsey needs to be fully dropped and promote Smith Rowe. Ryan, I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree. I did say this before. The moment we heard that literally he wasn't going to sign Arsenal, I did wonder. So what happens now? Do we drop him to the bench? Does he go into the reserves? Because I didn't want that negativity, around the squad. He's going. We don't need to really play him. We don't need to play him. So yeah, okay. So definitely the answer is yes. I would drop Aaron Ramsey and promote Emil Smith Rowe. Okay, and I asked, seen after the event of last night. Yeah, is ruthless. Yes, time for Eddie Nketiah to shine. Yeah, like I said, I think he will feature a lot more on the bench, you know, because what other strikers do we have out there? Are there any other strikers we have? Okay, and what else? What else do we have in the chat? Let's have a look. Da, da, da. Okay, again, Ryan is saying that Ramsey hasn't exactly come out of himself to prove the club wrong on that situation. Ryan, you know, if you saw, I've always spoken about his reaction when he did this after his wonder goal against Fulham. That was the point for him to kick on. I haven't seen anything that literally that tells me, hold on a minute, we have to sign. No, there's no evidence there apart from that goal there. And if you saw my live stream I did on the Monday with the fan comments, some people were saying that in actual fact, Ramsey hasn't scored more than 20 goals a season anyway. Yeah, he does score some goals at important times, yeah, in the 2 FA Cup finals, but has he scored more than 20 goals per season? I don't think he has. I don't think he has. Okay, so before I wrap up the smallest bite-sized version of Easy Talk, make sure you tune in. I think tomorrow we're going to do like a preview of the full version of Arsenal versus Wolves there, and yeah, you know, feel free to you know, paste in your comments or press the like or subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let's see. All right, so just read a couple more comments here, and then I am out. Right. So again, Ryan, have you seen the comments made by Talksport over Aubameyang getting Player of the Month? If so, what do you think? Ryan, I haven't seen the comments. Yeah, I haven't seen the comments about Aubameyang getting Player of the Month. The comments from Talksport. Yeah, yeah. And yes, Ryan, you will see me on Monday for your your weekly upload or your vlog on the Monday. And anyone who's watching the channel now, make sure you go over and subscribe to Mr. Arsenal 89. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic channel right there. So I'll leave the link in the box below. Okay, just one more comment, and then I am out. Okay, yeah. If you can tweet me the link, and then I'll come onto your channel. Right, guys. So that's it. You know, sorry for the shortened, smaller, minute version of Easy Talk. All little things Arsenal, and yeah, yeah. But anyhow, you have been watching Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. The smallest of breaking news. And I am out.